There are so many great memories with Paul. One of them is the time when Paul and I finally found something to bond over. And that was a video game called Call of Duty, and we always played zombies. We would play it every night before dinner and when he got off of work. Sometimes I didn't want to play, but Paul always wanted to, so he would just say, tell me to play 1 round, and then I'd end up playing 5 rounds instead. Either of us, I don't know if he wanted to keep playing or if we were just too quiet to say that we wanted to stop. Paul was getting really good at kicking zombie butt, though. Another great time was when Paul would always give the best advice. He'd always help my mom and I were arguing about softball again one time, and we were probably arguing for about an hour, and then Paul got home and he knew that something was wrong, and so he called both of us into the living room, and then he said, okay, Aspen, this is Mary's point, and Mary, this is Aspen's point, and that would be the end of it. So he basically ended it in 5 minutes after we'd been arguing for an hour about the same exact thing over and over again. Paul always wanted to show my mom and I beauty, and he would always make my mom and I go outside and eat all the time, even though it was super windy and cold, and because he would always do that because we had a great view. He showed my mom and I a music video of a woman singing opera in a big open green meadow, and that was probably the second time that I saw him cry because he thought it was so beautiful. Paul was really, really patient, and one time he wanted me to read the original Snow White story, and so we sat down for 45 minutes, and he made me read out loud because I don't know how to read out loud that well, and he just listened the whole time and helped me with words that I didn't know. I miss Paul a lot, and he's a huge part of our lives that will never go away. I'm so lucky to have Paul as my bonus dad. And if it weren't for Paul, I wouldn't have been able to meet his family either. I'm so lucky that I have them as my family too. I really miss and I love Paul a lot, and Paul influenced me to be a better person, and I thank him for that.